Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Buccaneers hosting the Cardinals, and the Buccaneers are 3.5-point home favorites. The over-unders at 44.5 points. The Cardinals are plus 150 on the money line, and the Bucs are minus 180. Now, these are the overnight odds. They will change the closer we get to kickoff tomorrow. Mayfield is listed as questionable. Irving is listed as questionable. Bam Knight is listed as questionable. Marvin Harrison Jr. is listed as questionable. It's supposed to be 81 degrees, 7-mile-an-hour winds from the east, and a 1% chance of rain. And I said this in the last video for the Dolphins. It's the reason why all the snowbirds go to South Florida or they come here to Arizona. The weather this time of year. It's going to be beautiful. Head-to-head, the Buccaneers are 4-3 against the Cardinals in their 7 meetings. The Buccaneers have beaten the Cardinals the last 2 times they played them. Home team is 4-3. The underdog has covered the last 3. The underdog is 5-2 against the spread. The favorite is 4-3 on the money line. The under is 4-3, but at 44.5 points, the over is 4-3. Now, we've seen the Baker Mayfield cycle its way through. He looked great, then he looked meh. It is what it is this time of year. The Cardinals are 3-8. They're 5-6 against the spread. The over is 7-4, and they're 2-3 on the road. The Buccaneers are 6-5. They're 5-6 against the spread. The over is 6-5, and they are 2-2 at home this year. The Cardinals are 2-8 in their last 10, 4-6 against the spread. The over is 7-3. The over is hitting their last 3 games. They have not won any of their last 3 games. They're 1-3 in their last 4. The game they won was the game they covered. They have not covered any of their last 3 games. 44 points, 66 points, 63 points, 51 points. 10-point win over the Cowboys. 22-point loss to the Seahawks, 19-point loss to the Niners, 3-point loss to the Jaguars. For the Buccaneers, 5-5 in their last 10, 4-6 against the spread. The over is 6-4. They too are on a 3-game losing streak. And at one point, we were talking about the Buccaneers as one of the best teams in the league. And yeah, they ran into the buzzsaw part of their schedule. The teams that have been playoff ready, they haven't beaten them in their last 5 games. 26 points, 51 points, 76 points, and then 41 points. 20-point win over the Saints, expected. Then a 5-point loss to the Patriots. I kind of expected that. A 12-point loss to the Bills. Kind of also expected that. And then a 27-point ass whooping by the Rams. Granted, all of the games they lost to the Lions, they lost to the Bills, they lost to the Rams, they lost all of those games on the road. So, if you're a big believer in that, then that could be a reason why. The Cardinals, 258.8 yards passing per game, which is 6th. But when you're down and behind in most of the games, you have to pass. So that could be inflated for that reason. 101.1 yards rushing per game, which is 25th, which is more so telling to the fact of being down. 22.5 points per game, which is 18th. The Buccaneers, 224.4 yards passing per game, which is 17th, 111.2 yards rushing per game, which is 20th, 23.5 points per game, which is 14th. Defensively, the Cardinals allow 237.1 yards passing, which is 22nd, 114.2 yards rushing, which is 17th, and 25.7 points per game, which is 25th. The Buccaneers pass defense, terrible, 262.3 per game, which is 27th. Their run game or run defense, 97.6, which is 7th. And they are behind the Cardinals in points per game given up by 1/10 of a point at 25.8, which sits them at 26. So we have the 25th ranked defense on points allowed versus the 26th. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. And somehow Jacoby Brissett finds a way to keep his team in this game. Now, this should be a game where the Buccaneers stomp the Cardinals. It should be. We'll see if it is, because someone's losing streak is going to come to an end. I'm going to take the Buccaneers on the money line. I will take the Cardinals getting the points, and I'm going over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.